For the first time this week, we are hearing from the New York State Police sergeant who is credited with ending the manhunt for the killers who escaped from the prison in Dannemora.
It's a fantastic career to get into.
The panel for SUNY Canton's Law Enforcement Day brought together Sergeant Jay Cook and 3 other New York State police officers and troopers who played key roles in the manhunt for the 2 escapees who broke out of Dannemora in the summer of 2015.
These are familiar faces?
Including the commander who led the search, retired Major Charles Guess, who talked about how the 2 killers sawed their way out of their cells and underground steam pipes and spent nearly 3 weeks on the run until they were spotted fleeing a hunting camp in Franklin County. Sergeant Ronald Pina led one of the strike teams that eventually closed in around Richard Matt, and Jay Cook fired what Guess calls a 1 in 1,000 shot that took down David Sweat in a field as he ran for the Canadian border.
Nothing less than phenomenal, spectacular.
Guess also credits Sergeant Cook with saving Sweat's life by stabilizing him until paramedics arrived on the scene. Cook was asked by cadets about all the national media attention that followed.
They had to have a troop car at the end of my road for a full week after this happened to keep the media from coming to my house. It's something that you can't prepare for if you're not used to being in the public eye. I mean, as a trooper, being out there in the road, yes, you're in the public eye, but not like what happened to me and my family after that day.
And Cook says being in the media spotlight was difficult to deal with.
I just didn't know how to handle it for quite a long time, and I still struggle with handling some of it, even though it's way in the past now. I don't know how it has changed me, or if it has changed me, but it's certainly something you can't prepare for, and something you don't think about while you're doing your day-to-day job.
Commander Guess, who led the manhunt and 1,600 law enforcement officers, was asked about the sense of relief he felt when after 23 grueling days, the manhunt finally ended.
I didn't celebrate like high-fiving anybody. The relief was the main thing for me. I mean, I had to get to see Sergeant Cook, make sure he was all in one piece, although I was assured he was. That was my chief concern. He's good. Where'd the bad guy get taken? That was necessary to pass that information along. But it was the sense of relief that, you know what, it's over. Frankly, in one word, it's over. 2 words, it's over. Because at that point, I knew the threat had passed. None of my people got hurt. And by that, I mean every member of the detail. And no one in the community had gotten hurt, injured, or killed. So it was just a phenomenal, overwhelming sense of relief.
And students say hearing the account of the manhunt firsthand from those who played such critical roles was inspirational.
It was incredible hearing from people that are such high up, people that I look up to and have since I was a little kid. That's why I ended up going into this profession.
You always, going through law enforcement and going through this 4 years, you look to somebody that's got more information than you, that you can learn from, look up to. So to see these guys, it gives you something to look up to and something to model yourself as a new young cadet.
The commander, who retired a year later, has written a book, a first-hand account of the escape and 23-day manhunt. And now he's advising director Ben Stiller on the Showtime miniseries he's filming. And Guess even made a few cameos playing himself.